Hey everyone, and welcome to the next Pokemon Productions video game review. And today I'm going to be reviewing a game that I don't really hear a lot of people talk about online. Like a few people I'm sure talk about it, I just haven't seen them yet. But it is a game that I do absolutely love, and I just wish it was mentioned more. Today I'm going to be reviewing Power Rangers Super Legends. Now, this game, it's kind of a bit of a hidden gem, I guess you could say. This game, as you can see, I've got the PS2 version, as you can see, but I actually started off playing this game with the DS version. When I first found this game, I found the DS version. So I hadn't found the PS2 version. I wasn't sure if there was a home console version, but I found the DS version first. So as you can see on the front cover, we've got the Mighty Morphin Red Ranger, we've got the Yellow Wind Ranger and the Crimson Thunder Ranger from Ninja Storm, and the Blue Overdrive Ranger from Operation Overdrive. The ultimate Power Rangers battle begins. Play as one of 20 Power Rangers from various TV series. Defeat powerful villains. Battle in monumental Megazords. Join forces with a friend in two-player mode. So yeah, there's the back of the box there. Red, Black Overdrive, Navy Thunder, gameplay footage, and the Megazord fight. Now, before we get started, I just want to point out, you notice that one of the logos is Disney Interactive Studios. That's because this game came out in 2007, when the Power Rangers franchise was still under the ownership of Disney. For those of you who aren't aware, there was a time throughout the 2000s where Disney owned the rights to Power Rangers, and so the seasons from Ninja Storm to RPM were all shown on Disney TV channels, and so Disney Interactive helped to make this game. So the story is the Omega Ranger, not the SPD Omega Ranger, but another Omega Ranger, which I guess is kind of like a future version, comes across Lord Zed, who is of course the massive archenemy of the Mighty Morphin Rangers. And Zed steals a time crystal, and basically he plans to go back in time and destroy all the Rangers across all the time streams up until that point. So the Omega Ranger has to recruit different teams of Rangers from different time periods, and by that I mean different seasons, to help him stop Lord Zed. And it is essentially a massive crossover of Ranger seasons. Everything from Mighty Morphin all the way up to Operation Overdrive, which was the season at the time, is back. Well, not everything is back. They have omitted a few seasons from the game, because I reckon it is a PS2 game, so it would be very hard to include every season at once. Not to mention some of the early seasons where the Rangers would basically swap colours and also pass on their powers to someone else and all that kind of stuff. But regardless, it's a very good story. I think it's a good story. All the Rangers coming together to face off against Lord Zed kind of resembles Cosmic Fury in a way. Although this game came out 16 years before Cosmic Fury, so... This game is essentially a 2D side-scrolling platformer beat-em-up. Like, you move left and right, you beat up enemies, you jump on platforms, you move around different objects, eventually a boss at the end of each level, then a Megazord fight. So the Operation Overdrive story it basically gives you the Red and Black Rangers, then you have Lost Galaxy with the Red and Green Rangers, then Ninja Storm with the Crimson and Navy Thunder Rangers, then Mighty Morphin with the Red and Pink Rangers, then SPD with the Shadow and Omega Rangers, then finally the final fight against Zed with the future Omega Ranger, which is the one that basically brings all the Rangers together. And it is essentially like a generic 2D side-scroller and a beat-em-up. And you also get a blaster as well to stun different enemies, and you can launch them up into the air. And there are different types of enemies like Kelzacks, putties, Stingwingers, Crybots, all them sort of things, and lava lizards as well. Each season gives you a different villain to face off against. Like the Operation Overdrive Rangers face Moltor, Lost Galaxy, it's Trakeena, Ninja Storm, it's Chubo, Mighty Morphin is Goldar, SPD is, I think, Ichthyor, I think that's his name, until finally Lord Zed. And the Megazord fights as well, they're just glorified QuickTime events. You don't control the Megazord itself, you just do the button prompts and tilt the left stick a few times, and that's basically the gist of the Megazord fight. I think it's the same gripe I had with the boss fights, with the Megazord fights in the Samurai video game on Nintendo Wii, because those are just glorified QuickTime events as well. But I just wish that we could have a Power Rangers game where you can actually control the Megazord. And I know we have had that, but that was mainly like mobile games, like handhelds, like Time Force on Game Boy Advance or something like that. And even the Battle for the Grid fighting game had Megazords, but they were only as like different power-ups or something. I just want a good Power Rangers game where you can actually control a Megazord. And I might be missing out many games by making that statement. And if I am missing out any games about that, please let me know. But yeah, the gameplay is, it's okay. The story is brilliant. The voice actors, it's not the original cast of the show, and to be honest, that would have made it a bit more authentic, given that this game was released to celebrate Power Rangers' 15th anniversary. But regardless, it's a good game. I think Power Rangers Super Legends is a good game. I'm a bit of a sucker for crossovers, so I always love the fact that we get stuff like this. And I think we kind of got that in a better sense with Battle of the Grid. Or Battle for the Grid, sorry. But yeah, if you guys are Power Rangers fans and you want a good Power Rangers crossover adventure, then do yourself a favor and get this game. Yes, the gameplay is a bit... the gameplay isn't too great, and the Megazord fights, they're just QuickTime events, like I say. But I did enjoy this game, and I think a lot of Ranger fans out there would too if you haven't played this game already. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you guys have actually played Super Legends. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Who was your favourite Ranger to play against? Who were the unlockable Rangers? There were unlockable Rangers in the world. There are unlockables in the game that you can buy, but I won't go in. Well, not buy, but you can unlock them by collecting these Ranger letters and timeline collectibles. But yeah, it's just like art and extra Rangers to play as. Who was your favourite Ranger from this game? Who was your favourite Ranger to play as? Or who was your favourite Ranger team? Let me know in the comments if you guys have played this game. Let me know in the comments what you think, and I will see you soon. Bye.